Guys, this is a very special episode of new releases, and not just because I'm gonna tell you to say no to drugs. For the first time in this show's history, we get to talk about a Super Nintendo game. But hey, who knows? Hit that subscribe button and maybe we'll get to talk about another one in a future episode. For now, here are some of the biggest games dropping this week. Also, don't do drugs, kids. It's not really fair to call the series a cult classic anymore, but Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony continues to up the ante of high school drama and murder. Yes, apparently that's still possible. V3 has new mass panic debates during its class trial segments, making it harder to pick out true statements with everyone yelling over each other. There are also new minigames to help literally spell out answers or reveal images. You can go back to school on PS4, Vita, and PC on Tuesday, September 26th. Real talk, guys, I don't know much about Total War Warhammer 2 at all. Luckily, this show has a great UK correspondent who does, so I'm gonna throw it to Mr. Dave Jewett for more.
Thanks, Tony. I'll take this since I'm the GameSpot Warhammer nerd. Total War Warhammer 2 is obviously the second entry to the Total War Warhammer series, and while things were pretty weird in the first game, in its sequel they're really embracing the most far-fetched factions. You've got a race of lizardmen who ride dinosaurs into battle and are led by a giant frog called a slan that floats around the world casting spells. The High Elves, who are basically the super posh race in Warhammer who think they're better than everyone, but do have cool sun dragons and pretty towers, so they're not that bad. The Dark Elves, who are basically sadistic, torturing, raiding pirate elves who go around murdering and slaving, also they can power their magic floating fortress, all the while wearing bikini armor. And my favorites, the Skaven, who are clans of steampunk-style rat people who invent strange machines powered by big green crystals, burrow into kingdoms, and eat all their inhabitants, literally just because they were hungry. I'm going to be doing a full faction guide video in a couple of weeks, so make sure you subscribe for that. Now where did I leave my paints?
Thanks, Dave. Those rats sound pretty gross, and you can try them out along with all the other factions on PC on Thursday the 28th. Paint's not included. Now let's go way back to the cartoon animation of the 30s, because that's exactly what Cuphead looks like. It's part Contra, part Boss Rush, all gorgeous. Each level has branching paths, so you might not fight the same grinning pirate or evil sunflower every time, and you can take them on with a friend who'll take control of Cuphead's pal Mugman. The two of you can also explore an overworld between levels to look for fun secrets. You can get your hands on Cuphead on Xbox One and PC on Friday the 29th. And now for your sports break. FIFA 18 has two big things in common with last year's release. It runs on EA's Frostbite engine, and it continues Alex Hunter's story in the Journey mode. Ultimate Team Legends are also back in the PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions of the game, though they're now called Ultimate Team Icons. In any case, you'll still have tons of stadiums and teams to play around with. FIFA 18 comes to PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC, and Nintendo Switch on Friday the 29th. Finally, let's leave the stadiums behind for some spaceships. Here we are in 2017, and Starfox II is finally getting a proper release. An incomplete and definitely not legal version of the game has been floating around for a while, but this is the proper sequel, with a freely explorable Lilat system and a split-screen mode for dueling your friends. Unfortunately, right now you'll only be able to get your hands on it as a pack-in game for the SNES Classic, which goes on sale Friday the 29th. Man, Nintendo really needs to get moving on that Switch Virtual Console. And those are some of the hottest games we'll be playing this week. As always, remember that release dates are based on retailer listings and are subject to change. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back with our first batch of October new releases next week.